First time I saw him was supposed to be in Dothan, Alabama. And I started on this trip down with Robert Fuller and Jimmy Golden, and Robert was the booker. And, Robert had a tendency to do some of the chemicals a little bit. So we left for the trip, and he's pulling his hair out. Yeah. He's higher than a kite. So we pull up in front of where we go in Dothan, and he says, Dutch man, wait up. I'm gonna need some help from you tonight. Can you figure out a way to get Scott Hall over tonight? Is his first night? And he laughed. He just took off. I said, yeah, Rob, don't worry about it. He took off. But now I learned a long time ago, never let talent call their own finishes, because you don't know what they're going to call. So right. What Robert was telling me, he said, hey, I trust you to help get this guy over. I said, okay. So I knew Scott Hall was a big guy, and he was about 260. I think he was more than that. He's probably about 275, maybe.
Definitely.
But so all of a sudden, Robert disappears, and we got there about 7:30. And Robert was the booker. He's supposed to be doing the booker job, not me. So I said, where's Robert? 7:45, no Robert. 10 days, no Robert. 8 o'clock, no Robert. 10 after 8, no Robert. I went, we're going to start at 8:30. And he's not in there. No finishes were done. And Jimmy come up to him and he said, well, I guess we want to hand out some of these finishes. And we knew what they were. So we just said, Robert's somewhere. He'll be back in a minute. And we didn't know where Robert was. So I look out, but I had looked out in the hallway earlier, and I saw Scott go up the stairs somewhere. I didn't know where. So as it turned out, Robert and Scott were together because, Scott's been known to tap in that chemical solutions too.
Right.
So they were together before the match started. So finally, I told somebody to go get Scott for me, and I gave him the finish. And I said, well, tonight I think less is more. So we did this finish where I got in the ring first. Hell of a house. About 2,500 people there, not sold out, but almost. It was a good card. So I got the people up because I had a lot of, I always got a lot of reaction in Dothan for some reason. I guess it's because they thought I was just a no good SOB.
Yeah.
Till I started talking. Then they knew I was a no good SOB, and then it just kept on. So they didn't have to think anymore. So I got in the ring and got them going. Here comes Scott Hall. Ladies and gentlemen, making his first appearance in Dothan, Alabama, blah, blah, blah. Scott Hall. And he come down, and people, they stood up. Good-looking guy. They said, what the hell? And he got the ring, and I'm saying, yeah, I'm going to teach you, blah, blah, blah. And we did a little histrionics there. The bell rung, ding, 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 and I turned to holler at somebody ringside. He just running behind me and cradled me back, 1, 2, 3. In about 5 seconds or 6 seconds. And the crowd exploded. So he got out of the ring, and I went, I'm pitching a fit and, doing my damn hissy fit. And I grabbed the mic. I said, not fair. That's not fair. I wasn't ready.
Right.
And people all over me. I said, you can never do it again, Scott Hall or whatever your name is. You'll never do it again. Blah, blah, blah. Let's restart the match. Referee, get in here. The referee was going like, what the hell is that? Well, let's go. And we rang the bell again. He hopped in. I jumped on him. I shot him in for a clothesline. He ducked on it, turned around, small package me again. 1, 2, 3 in about 15 seconds. Now he's won 2 falls in a row in about 30 seconds. The people are nuts. What the hell? Now he's over. He's over like a son of a gun. And then to get him back in the ring the third time, because you got to do it in 3.
Yep.
I promised him $5,000 if he could do it again. And here he come again, and I got on him. Then he started to come back, boom, boom, and the people, wah, wah. And then Robert and Jimmy hit the ring, and we kind of triple teamed him in a second. And then the 2 guys, I think it was the Nightmares, they hit, and that's who Robert and Jimmy were going to have their matches with. So we just left that match and went right into the main event. But when they left
Nice.
that night, they had never seen that finish. And somebody asked me, "Where did you see that finish?" I said, "I'd have never seen that finish." I said, "Hell, I just made it up because I think because he's a big guy. I didn't know him. I never worked with him. I didn't know if he was tough or hell, I could have got hurt or whatever. But as it was, less is more.
Yep.
And when I did that, he was over. He was over from then on out. So very sorry to hear about his death. And I think where is his funeral going to be? Is he going to have a funeral? Have you heard?
I haven't heard much on that front. I would imagine somewhere in Georgia. I would imagine.
Was that where he's living?
Yeah,
In
Smyrna,
Georgia?
Smyrna, Georgia. Yeah,
Smyrna. Smyrna. In Smyrna,
Smyrna.
Georgia.
Yeah, Smyrna. Yeah.
And they got Smyrnas all over the South. I don't know why. I don't even know what a Smyrna is. I don't even know where it came from. But they have a Smyrna, Tennessee, and a Smyrna, Georgia, and I guess they got
Weird.
a Smyrna, Alabama, and Mississippi. That is weird. But very sad, good guy. And he was still relatively young. He was 63.
63. Yeah.
But he'd had some health problems. We'd all heard of them. So, but anyway, my condolences to the family and to the fans of Scott, and hope he finds the next universe a little more to his liking. So we'll see you on the other side, Scott.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please help me out and like this video, then click the subscribe and get notifications buttons so you don't miss any of my latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Follow us on Facebook at the Hannibal TV for more live streams and videos. And while you're at it, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at the Hannibal TV.